Hey you, welcome back to the channel. And guys, today I want to talk about Star Trek Continues. We got episode 9, What Are Ships For, the title is. And guys, Star Trek Continues has been a real treat. A little quick backstory on Star Trek Continues. As if you're an original series fan of the Star Trek franchise. It only went about 3 seasons. Didn't get that fourth season. It was canceled. Wasn't until years later, I believe the mid '70s, when it started to come back, kind of became this cult classic. People started to take a look at Star Trek again, but it was canceled early in CBS history. Wasn't the great franchise it's become back then, but we got years later to have it get to the level it is now. And so, what Star Trek Continues aims, was original aim was to complete that fourth season, complete that last season, and that's what they're trying to do with this. They originally did about 8 episodes, and they wanted to do 3 more, total of 11 episodes. This is the last in one of 3 remaining episodes. So, or it's only 2 remaining episodes. So, hate to see this end because this has been such a well done show. And we have to wait on these last few episodes. So I think it maybe took about, since they produced the last 8, I guess what it's been maybe about a year or maybe even longer, for them to produce this one. And I don't know if they produced the other 2 yet. But of course, CBS has the new Star Trek Discovery, and coming out, and this was all fan made, but a lot of us Trekkers consider this canon. I think at this point I consider it canon now because the actors are so great, and this episode didn't disappoint. Was a while for the wait, but it was an excellent episode. We got John Delancey, who we know who plays Q, member of the Continuum from the Next Generation, and has appeared in other of the Star Trek television series. And he doesn't play Q in this. He plays and he leads this world, very interesting world. And this is going to be a spoiler-free review, guys. So I'm not going to give away anything because this episode is so great that you need to discover it on your own. But it's another one of these missions where the Star Trek Enterprise, Starship Enterprise, is kind of on one of these Federation missions to fix a squabble between a group of races of people. And so the Federation has been tasked with aiding these groups to come to some type of peaceful accord, some type of peaceful agreement. And so we get the crew back, all the members of the crew as we know them. Everybody's back. Spock's back. Uhura's back, Chekhov's back, Mr. Sulu's back, Scotty's back. All the great actors, Bones, and characters are back, doing their excellent jobs. And guys, a lot of us would love to see this continue on. We'd love to see CBS give these guys the green light and move this on, but don't think that's going to happen. Vic Mignogna, who plays Captain Kirk, who's just this uncanny, very close, all the mannerisms perfectly down, has done some work, I think, with Star Trek video games. I think he's done some voiceover work or something like that. And so he'll be continuing on and working that to that degree. But as far as this show continuing on, I think we only got 2 more episodes, but guys, hasn't disappointed. A great completion of the original series. Guys, be sure and tune in. The episode is available on YouTube here. Sure and tune in and give me your thoughts. Tell me what you thought about it if you've already seen it. try not to spoil it for other people who haven't seen this particular episode, because it's one of these episodes, guys, where it's kind of like things going on and you don't want to spoil it. You want everybody to have that enjoyment of surprise and finding out what's going on in this episode. But been a real treat, guys. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.